Hello, you interested people into what the crap is this? So, here's the story. Le story, as they say in Hungary. I was asked to play at the Grand Jam in Frankfurt. What's the Grand Jam? It's pretty much the Rockin' 1000 that the Italians are doing that I have been part of years ago, which was so much fun to play with 1,000 musicians in a big stadium in front of 10,000 people. It was a blast. And so the Grand Jam is an attempt to do the same thing, just different songs, different people behind it. And so Thomann invited me to go and do this with and for Harley Benton. And I was excited. And my friend Scott Elliott was also practicing the songs, and we're all excited to do this. And I said, well, I could have played any Harley Benton because it was a sponsored thing, which is all good. But I said, well, I have a Harley Benton signature, so I should play the Harley Benton signature. And I took this as an opportunity to get the standard model, not the one with the pink pickups. Pink. Why am I saying this? Purple. Damn it. It's purple. Purple pickups. I took the standard model and went to my good friend Yoshi Luck, amazing luthier. You've seen him in videos 2 towns over, and said, let's do this. I handed him a whole bunch of hardware and I said, put the stuff in it, and then let's age it, which he clearly has done. So let's talk about it. He hasn't actually done it, and we're going to talk about this too. The stock model comes with, I think it's $399, comes with Roswell pickups, which are good, but it's got the thing that we came up with. I don't know if that's my special. What we came up with is switching, which is 2 push-pull knobs. You push on it, it switches this to single coil. You push on it, it goes out of phase, which means in the front, you got a P90. Here, you got these two together. You push on it, it goes out of phase. Kind of cool sound. You push on this, it goes single coil. And now you've got single coil out of phase with this. And if you roll back the tone, you've got the Brian May sound. Is it something I use all the time? No, but it was an idea for the signature. Now, to make it a lot easier, I gave this to Yoshi and I said, don't do any of it. 2 pickups, 3 position switch, done. And this is what this is. All the electronics are gone, CTS ports, ridiculous caps and whatever. I don't even know. Electronics are the finest shit on the planet now. And we got a 3 position switch. Then I gave him this, which I think is a Pegasus or Sentient. One of those two. One of them is for the bridge. I don't know if it's the Pegasus or the Sentient from Seymour Duncan. It's the one that's for the bridge. I could look it up, but you could also look it up, so look it up. And I had Thomann P90s, and Thomann P90s are among the nicest P90s you can get. I think the pickup is about half the price of the guitar, and it is a fine specimen. So we put a Thomann P90 in it, and the Seymour Duncan Pegasus or Sentient. Don't ask me. Why? Well, because I had this, and I still had 2 P90s from Thomann, which I really wanted to put in a guitar, and this time around, it was the right guitar. We replaced the saddles with Graphtech Stringsaver saddles, which already had this brushed aluminum look, so they didn't actually have to do any aging on them. I've got them in black, I've got them in high gloss, but I had a set of these, so that's the good shit. So we put the good shit into this bridge. And Yoshi's words were, when he checked out the Harley Benton tuners, he was like, these are really, really good. I'm like, for the money, they are really, really good. But I have a set of the finest tuners on the planet, which are the Graphtech ratio locking staggered tuners. This is a ridiculous good set of tuners using their ratio tech, which means the gear ratios are different for each string, but that means that each string tunes exactly the same. One rotation is a half step, I think. So it makes them ultra precise, ultra smooth, and I have them, so why not put the finest tuners on the planet on this, even though the Harley Benton tuners are good. If we're modding, let's mod. So Graphtech ratio tuners already has a Graphtech nut on it anyway, stock. Stringsaver saddles, Seymour, Duncan, Thomann, new electronics. And then I said, go age it. He said, how much? I said, well, kind of like my Shabbat. And he took that as a starting point. He did a little bit, you can see right here on the neck, but he said, I mean, the neck is so beautiful anyway. I mean, you can't really see any aging on this. So he did a little bit here. But I mean, look at this neck. This is a stock guitar. This is off the shelf the way that they come. Pretty ridiculous. Obviously, not anymore. And then the aging, all the aging has been done by Franziska, so by Franny, as they call her. So he gave the guitar to his assistant, Franny, and she went to town on it. Love what they've done here. Obviously, since the top isn't a thick maple top, when you shave it down, you're quickly getting to the body. So the look will be different than on a guitar that has a thick maple top, because this is just a veneer. But I love it. I love how it goes down to the mahogany right there, and the dark green, the light green. Apparently aging guitars with the polyurethane finish, everyone said, based on my Instagram post, is very difficult. And people that have seen it and have aged before are saying this is a really job well done. And I think they're right. So let's look. Franziska even did the scratch marks from the picks. Let's see if you can see this. Can you? No. Yeah, maybe. I mean, just look at the corner there. And of course, you age haters, you Relic haters are going to say, why? Well, because I wanted it. Because now this guitar is even more unique. It's got a feel to it that's just utterly unique and mine and beat up. And you play differently on a beat up guitar. You do. You're less careful with the instrument, and you're more concerned about the music you do with it, I think. You know, don't make it this thing that you can't touch or just the amount of detail they did is really beautiful. They aged the metal here. They aged this metal, even scraped the plastic from the pickups a bit. The tuners have been aged a bit. It just feels really good. The only thing is that some of the dings and dongs are still a bit sharp, which is, of course, exactly what would happen if you have a guitar that's losing paint chips. Oftentimes, well, all the time, these Relic guitars, everything is still smooth because you don't want any jagged edges. So back here, that's the one thing I'm going to ask them. I could now just pop that flake off if I wanted to, right there. I could just, break that off. So maybe doing the same thing here that they did here is a good idea. This is realistic. This looks real because it is real. But I'm thinking just shaving this down and making it a bit smoother is going to make it a bit more durable, if that's the word. So how does she sound now? Yoshi did a little bit of fret edge treatment. Did his normal setup. He made the guitar nice. It was very nice before. When I gave it to him, he said, wow, 400, holy crap. He's very impressed by Harley Benton. So he just finessed it a bit. And then I got it here last week and I was playing and it was like, holy crap. The playability, the way the tone sits there, this is not a 400 € guitar anymore. With everything, including his work, you're probably looking at 1,000, maybe 1,200. But I'm going to dare to say, Graphtech, highest-end electronics, Seymour Duncan, Thomann, Graphtech. Oh, Graphtech String Tree we also did, which I love. That any guitar in the 1,000 to 1,200 euro price range is not going to beat this. Probably not. And you would have something extremely unique. I love it. So, just at the gig... Oh, yeah, wait, that was the story. The Grand Jam. That's why I had this guitar made, to play my signature in a very unique way at the Grand Jam. And sadly, it got cancelled. I couldn't sell enough tickets and not enough musicians logged into the website. Something like this. What a shame, because Scott had practiced, I had practiced. We were totally hyped up to go and just, rock out in the stadium. They postponed it till next year. So if you want to sign up, go to thegrandjam.com.de. You'll find it. And sign up and actually show the fuck up. It would have been a lot of fun. Really cool songs. But nope, we're going to do it next year. But now I have the guitar, so we're talking about it. And I played it at the gig with Rafael Cano and friends at Gleiberg Rocks 2 days ago with this pedalboard in front of me. So I tested this pedalboard all with UA pedals, the amazing Volta 1987 pedal, compressor limiter from Carl Martin, the Canvas DI box from Walrus Audio, Strobo Stomp from Peterson, and wireless system from Sennheiser. And this really, really cool mono pedal board. Thank you, mono creators. If you want to see what this thing can do and how I built it, there's a video on that on the channel. But let's get some sounds. Just with deluxe reverb right here. Just tune it. I'll take that. We're going to do that. A little bit of spring reverb. Didn't want to go there with my finger, but why not? You notice the balance. It's beautifully balanced volume-wise between the 3 different positions. And for that kind of gig, that's all I needed. Let's put a compressor on. Okay, that does it. Rocky Sounds with a Vox type thing. That's one of the songs we did. And that was a little bit too aggressive for that blues lick. So I went in the middle and it's perfect. Same amp, different preset. We have something completely different. Okay, let's go tweed. Thicker, rounder bass. But then you put the 1987 from Volta in front of it. It's very JCM-ish with that really fat low end happening. Now you want more gain, you kick in 11, and there you go. Okay, that's also a killer lead right there with a little bit of delay. Interestingly, with this board, which is all classic amps, we can get heavier sounds if we go to the deluxe reverb, which has a little bit of a mid scoop. Let's turn the reverb off up here. And now with the 87, listen to this. And with the 11, So yes, pretty gnarly sounds and a huge range just for the DI board and this thing. I mean, I could have taken any of my guitars. First, I was thinking, am I taking the Ibanez AZ, which I had as a backup guitar? I was going to take two AZs because they're super flexible, and with the S-Tech treated next, they're super stable. Then I was thinking, am I taking the Valiant? Am I taking the Tone Fuchs Blanche? Because Blanche would have been very good for that gig as well, for the gig with Rafa. Loads of options that I could have done. And then I got this back from Yoshi, which was for a different gig, which was cancelled. And then I was like, I'm going to play my Harley Benton. And with everything that I have in this room, which is really among the best shit you get in the world, that's most of the guitars in this room are all very, very high-end custom shop boutique. My choice was, I'm going on stage with the Harley Benton. Not to make a statement, but because I honestly wanted to play her. Given, okay, I get it. We have a bit more dependability with these tuners. Not that much, but a bit. With the string tree from Graphtech, bit more. Stringsaver saddles, maybe less string breakage. All has never been an issue, but you know, if I go on stage, I make sure. These pickups definitely make the guitar a step up, but obviously the amazing Relic job just to me made it a bit more special than my Signature to me is anyway. We can talk about Signature guitars all day long. Are they still Signature if they're being modded? Steve Vai released the PR at NAMM 3 years ago, and the day before the guitar was released and unveiled to the public, his was already super highly modded, which I told him, I'm like, dude, that's not the guitar people can buy. How is that a Signature model? Already has sustainers in it and trem blockers and different electronics. It wasn't even the PI anymore. But apparently that's something people do. And I got a problem with this, but this is a one-off. Let's talk about this. Comment below. Let's say $1,200. If this was $1,200, I know it says Harley Benton on it. I get this. Would you buy one? Would you rock it? Has the finest pickups in it. Seymour Duncan. Thomann. Doesn't get better than Thomann. Graphtech. Highest end electronics. Graphtech. Treated by a high-end luthier. Super awesome Relic job. You can say how much Relic you want. Would you order one of these? Because we might, if you wanted that, to get Yoshi some jobs. We might make some. So if you're interested, let's just throw a number out, $1,200. I know it's ridiculous, but maybe you want one. Comment if you would want one, and then maybe we get in touch. If we have enough people, maybe we'll order some HP signatures and get them modded. Because this puppy turned out ridiculously amazing. It really is. And I dare you to find a guitar with, you know, these kind of specs and these kinds of, in that price range. But you'd have to play it to believe it yourself, which you can't because I have the only one. Not saying we're doing it. I'm not saying you have to buy it. I'm not saying, but if you are interested, you know, comment and we'll find out. Thanks for watching. It was a fun project. I love this thing and I will play it some more. And it was at the end.